G'day everyone, it's Duncan here, and today we're talking about a reality so big, so confronting, most governments won't even whisper it. What happens when a culture stops replacing itself? You see, a country needs 2.1 children per woman to maintain its population. But across the Western world, the numbers have fallen off a cliff. The European average is 1.38, a level demographers call irreversible decline. Once a population sinks below 1.5, no society in history has ever recovered, because fewer children means fewer families, which means each generation is smaller than the last. And when populations shrink, cultures shrink with them. So governments do the only thing left. They turn to large-scale immigration to keep economies afloat, fill workplaces, and hold up ageing population. Now, that shift changes countries culturally, socially, and politically, not by force, but by demographic momentum. France's demographic change since the 1990s, Australia's since the 2000s, these aren't accidents, they're the direct result of collapsing birth rates meeting rising migration flows. Younger migrant families expand, older native-born populations decline, and the balance tilts. In Europe, long-term migration trends have reshaped demographics, with Muslim communities forming a growing share of the population. France is a clear example. The Muslim population was about 4%, 3 million people in 1990, and is projected to be around 10% or 7 million people by 2026. Australia shows the same demographic momentum. In 2001, it was roughly 280,000 people, 1.5%, identified as Muslim. By 2026, that figure is expected to reach 1.1 million, which is nearly 4%. The driver is mathematical as much as cultural. Muslim communities in Europe average fertility rates around 3.1, compared with the national averages often below 1.6. In Australia, Muslim women average around 3.03 births, well above the national rate of 1.5. This isn't about blaming anyone, it's about acknowledging a simple truth. Cultures survive through renewal. When that renewal stops, something else fills the space, and that is Islam. Australia now stands where Europe stood 30 years ago. The question is whether we learn from their warning or follow them into the same demographic storm. I'm Duncan, and the numbers don't lie. If a nation won't grow its next generation, its culture will fade, long before its borders ever do.